One of the easiest ways to get hurt at work is to mistake a friendly boss for a safe boss. This is not the part where I tell you every boss is a snake. Most managers are decent people who mean what they say. That is exactly why this is dangerous. They hold real power over your pay, your standing, and your future, and a friendly tone does not remove any of it. You can be warm with your boss. You cannot be careless with your boss. A harsh boss is easier to survive than a kind one. When your manager is cold, you protect yourself without thinking. You watch your words. You would never tell that person you are thinking of quitting. The distance does the work for you. A warm boss removes the distance, and your guard goes with it. A little kindness gets you to lower the defenses you would normally keep up, and you do it before you notice. So you say things you would never put in an email. Some of the time that is just bonding. Some of the time though, you are building a file, not a written one. A version of you that lives in your manager's head, built from every offhand comment you dropped when your guard was down. That is the version they consult later when something is on the line and they have to make a call about you. A friendly boss can make you feel safe enough to say things that become dangerous later. Watch how it actually plays out. You tell your boss you are overwhelmed, and months later, when the high-pressure project comes up, you are talented but maybe not built for pressure. You say you are thinking about leaving, and you stop getting the long-term work. Because why invest in someone halfway out the door? You vent about a coworker, and the boss stops hearing a frustrated colleague and starts hearing the negative one. You mention you are stretched for money, and you become the easiest person on the team to lowball because they know you cannot walk. And when the layoff list gets drawn up, the manager remembers you already seemed unhappy here, so letting you go almost feels like a kindness. You thought you were being honest. They received it as risk. Every manager runs two versions of themselves at once. The person version likes you, laughs at your jokes, feels for you when you are stressed. The manager version answers to budgets, headcount, and its own survival. You talk to the person version. The manager version is listening the whole time, and it is the one in the room when your future gets decided. Your boss can receive your vulnerability as a human being and still process it as a manager. You should still talk to your boss. The only question worth holding on to is what you are handing someone who can use it later. There are 4 things people give away without thinking. First, your plans to leave. Some bosses will help you. Others stop investing the moment they hear it, take you off anything long-term, and start planning around your exit before you have a plan of your own. Do not announce uncertainty to someone who can turn your uncertainty into replacement planning. Second, your opinions about coworkers. Tearing down someone who is not in the room feels like being on the inside, but your boss is learning about you, not them, and filing away how you talk when a back is turned. The way you gossip with power teaches power how much to trust you. Third, money desperation. The moment a manager knows you have no other options, the power between you changes. The raise gets harder to justify. The extra work gets easier to assign. Do not tell power exactly how trapped you are unless you know what you are doing. Fourth, emotional overload. If you are dealing with something serious, your health, your safety, harassment, discrimination, retaliation, or real distress, use the channels built to protect you. That is different. This is the smaller habit of unloading every bad day onto your manager and assuming it costs nothing. Some hear "I'm overwhelmed" and file it under "not leadership material." At work, vulnerability without strategy can become reputation damage. And notice when the warmth has conditions. The same behavior gets a different name depending on the day. Say yes to everything and you are amazing to work with. Set one boundary and you are not a team player. Stay late every night and you are reliable. Ask for balance and you are struggling with priorities. Take praise instead of money and you are valued here. Ask for the actual raise and the budget is suddenly tight. You have heard a boss call the team family. Then someone asks for the raise or one limit on their time and the temperature drops. The same person who was family last month is now a performance issue. The warmth was real while you were useful. A workplace friendship gets measured on the day protecting you cost them something. Some bosses blur that line on purpose because a boss who feels like a friend gets more out of people. It rarely sounds like an order. It sounds soft. "I need you on this one. You're the only one I can count on here." Every one of those can be sincere. They can also be the tool that turns your closeness into hours you never get paid for. What happens after you say no tells you which one it was. So what do you do, short of going cold and paranoid, which does not protect you either? 4 habits. Keep a filter running under the warmth. Laugh at the joke. Ask about the weekend. But before the unguarded thing comes out, ask yourself one question. Would I be fine if this shaped how they evaluate me later? If not, you do not say it just because the room felt comfortable. Do not turn your boss into the place you dump every bad day. They can hear that you are human. They should not be where you process the pain the job itself is causing you. Take that to people outside the power structure. Keep your work on the record. My boss knows what I do is not proof, and feelings change. Send the update. Confirm in writing who owns what. If the warmth ever cools, the record is still standing. Set small boundaries early while things are still good. I can take this on, but I'll move something else. Said calmly, that is just communication. It only reads as difficult when you wait until you are furious. Then watch what happens the first time you hold one. A healthy boss is disappointed and respects it. An unsafe one treats your no as a problem to correct. The first time you set a boundary, you learn whether you had respect or just approval. If this is the kind of workplace pattern you're trying to understand before it burns you, I break it down properly in the Office Politics Survival Guide. It comes with the guide and workbook so you can apply it to your own situation. Link is in the description. Your boss does not need to be evil to be unsafe with certain information. They only need to be under pressure. And at work, pressure always reveals the real relationship. Stay warm, stay professional, but stop giving power more information than it needs to manage you.